Hello, I'm Rob Thomas, and welcome to another edition of The Road Back, brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. Today's episode of The Road Back is sponsored by Perennials in Sutherland. The Perennials in Sutherland group of companies are acknowledged leaders in the international design industry. The company excels at collaborating with leading designers to produce the finest luxury furniture, fabrics, and accessories. David Sutherland showrooms are exclusive to the trade and represent the finest in home furnishings, fabrics, and accessories, along with the company's signature Perennials and Sutherland brands. Sutherland and Perennials Studios presents a showcase collection of the very latest from the Perennials and Sutherland collections. Learn more at perennialsandsutherland.com. Today's fresh insight on how clubs are meeting the challenges posed by the coronavirus pandemic and are finding new and innovative ways to boost business levels and start to return to full operations. We're talking with Brian Rigsby, principal owner and original PGA professional at the Club at Renaissance in Fort Myers, Florida. Brian, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate you having us.
Hey.
Really excited to be on here.
Yeah, fantastic. Hey, before we get started and talking about the meat of this, could you give us a quick little overview of the property, what you guys have, the amenities, and so on?
Absolutely. So Renaissance, it's 386 front doors, set around 18 holes of golf. It's 500 acres, beautiful facility, very luxury, high-end property. We have, just through our renovations, we've put in some new additions, a full spa, full pool area, full fitness center, new outdoor facility, a new teaching facility with Bobby Clampett Impact Zone there. We have a Turnhouse Cafe downstairs, full clubhouse amenities, locker rooms, and just have done some amazing things with the golf course, adding new tees, new 54 short course, new forward ladies tees. So it's we're just trying to really get ourselves in line with what maybe needs to be current, in our opinion, to succeed in this business.
Sure. Now, you touched upon it. You gave a little spoiler alert right there. We're here to talk about the 54.
Yes.
Short courses are growing in popularity, whether it's a full 18 holes, whether it's 13 holes like we have in Branson, Missouri with the Gary Player course, whatever the
Yes.
case may be. So they're really getting big, but not all courses have land that they can just put a brand new golf course out there. You can do something very, very innovative. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
So what we've done is we've added 14 additional tees hidden within the slopes and mounds of the course. And we were big on not being able to see it from the regular pace of play, more or less, more line of play. So working with Steve Forrest and Arthur Hill's team, we came up with 14 additional tees on the 4s and 5s from 80 to 142 yards. And then you'd play the forward tee on the original par 3 tees that we have to create the 18-hole par 3 course. So they're all really close to the cart paths, hidden in a way, but very challenging and fun. So just giving a kind of a way to allow juniors and maybe beginners, men and women, and even really avid players working on their short irons. So it gives a variety of things that can be utilized on the golf course, and it's a fun place to get out and play 18 holes in par 3s.
I think it's a brilliant idea, obviously, and an added bonus. You're not talking about these tiny little greens that you see in a lot of short courses, right? We're talking about the big championship golf course.
Absolutely.
This was your idea, Brian?
It was, it was brought on. I don't like to take the credit for anything all on my own, but my two partners and I, we talk about everything, and really it came about by, in the past, I was a pro here early on, and we came up with a cross-country short course that we would do in our member guest invitational. And that would be kind of like Augusta National, go out and play the par 3 first in the practice round, and it's a fun event, and it's cross-country, and we're having a good time with it. Well, I left and went up to a club up north, and we did the same thing there, and I thought, well, how cool would it be to have tees that were close to the cart path? We had an aging membership. It was mainly men's club, and the older gentlemen, they couldn't really play the tees. So they didn't actually end up going forward with it, I don't believe. They might do something later on down the line, but when we came into this, it was we thought that was a real way to get more activity, get more junior golf into play, just teaching, and it has all different avenues to really grow the game, and it's fun. You can do all kinds of events on it. So that was kind of the way it came about, and we just went for it.
Any challenges you guys faced doing this during the middle of a global pandemic?
It's, we had already set aside and decided we're going to move forward. We had thoughts at one point in time. It's like, do we need to be moving forward with this? What do we need to do? I mean, everyone has those thoughts and second guessing themselves, but we thought, this is what we came to do, and Jeff and Rodney and I, we decided that we're going to move through and just push forward. So we were able to actually, I don't know if it's a side note or whatnot, it helped us to be able to finish things faster, So we were able to do most of our project in 1 year from the time that we started. So we actually recapitalized the club August 5th of last year. And we opened the golf course November 7th, which as soon as we took over ownership of the club on the 5th, on the 6th, we started doing all the renovations to the club. So it was just fast forward as hard as you can go.
Yeah, November 7th isn't great golf weather up here in Northeast Ohio, but I imagine it's a little nicer down in Fort Myers.
Absolutely. We had a great grand opening. We didn't have as many people down due to the pandemic, but we've had a lot more activity with members that are here full time, and we're seeing more members staying longer. So I think that I'm in real estate also, so we're seeing a lot of people starting to move down and get their larger home in Florida and get their smaller home up north. So they're spending more full time. They can work from home and do a little bit more down here where it's fun, warm, and you can play 12 months a year.
Oh, it's gorgeous. I'm a little jealous, obviously.
You need to come see us.
I would love to. I'm going to make a point to it in 2021 here.
Absolutely.
Hey, real quick, who did you mentioned the designer, Steve Forrest?
So Steve Forrest, he's been with Arthur Hills for 30 years, I believe, and done a lot of the projects. He was here originally when we built the golf course. So Art is not doing as much himself these days, but Steve was here on site with us through the whole project, and it was really great to work with him. He's a phenomenal guy. And then Glaze Construction did the construction of the golf course. So they're local to the area. Fantastic group as well.
And you'd kind of mentioned who the target audience is, but it's really, it's everybody. You say from seniors to ladies to kids.
Absolutely.
Your best golfers.
For sure.
What are they saying about the process?
They love it. They love it. I had just one instance where there was a lady, she said, "Oh my gosh, I thought this was going to be the worst idea in the world." And she came up to me a week ago and said, "This is the greatest thing ever. We play it all the time. It's not what they thought. I think people thought that we were going to just put a par 3 tee in the middle of the fairway where you could see it. And that's not what it's about. It's about having fun and being able to play from different angles, but also keeping it out of the normal play. So that's where I think we've really been able to control it and really do both sides. We have an unbelievable golf course where the course in general, you play it and you don't really see the same hole twice. It's a really great design that Art did. Steve did make some changes to the course, changing some greens, make them a little bit more playable. We like the greens to be a lot faster speed, so we needed to take some slopes and a little undulation out to make it a little more playable for the speeds that we want to get them at, and increase the size of the actual greens to help out with this 54 short course as well. So it took care of both.
So no line of sight issues you had to address or anything along that line?
No, we actually kept with the consistency of the original design, and we added a couple of what would be considered mounds maybe on the golf course to flow. When you look off the tee, you might see these 3 mounds out there, and from a distance you can't tell that one of them is a par 3 tee because it's really tied in well to the regular architecture of the golf course, and they're all set aside way over in the rough and really close to the golf course, or over beyond bunkers, and you can't see them in the normal play. So no issues at this point in time. It's only been very positive energy and people love it.
That's terrific. Hey, I'll get you out on this one. Do you have any events planned? Any tournaments? Any outings that are going to be specifically for the 54?
We've already had one, and actually we've had two. If you consider, we did a night golf event, which was pretty cool. So they set it up, really loved it, and being able to play more holes, you can play 9 holes on the 54. It's a lot faster, and having them out there, people aren't driving around and getting into trouble and running into lakes or anything. So it makes it easier to play from those tees from the normal tees. So we had that event, and then we do a lot of what we call 9 and dines, where you go out and play 9 holes and come in, have dinner, and it's really family friendly, and you get couples out playing, and either guys or girls that don't play that much, then they like to play with their significant other in these events. It makes it more fun. So they're meeting people. It's very social. But we did a 54 and dine. So they played 18 holes of 54, came in and utilized the club and dining in the facility, which a lot of it's outdoors now. So we're kind of shifting with that as well, and did some things to help out to the food and beverage aspect of it as well.
Have you seen more traffic? I mean, considering you're attracting more golfers now, are you seeing more people enjoying the club?
Absolutely. We have, I would say, 75 to 80% of our golfers here. Now 20% of our members are Canadian, so golfing members. And I would say maybe as a whole, the community, because you don't have to be a golf member to be at the club. We only have 275 members total. We're not full, so we still have memberships available. But that was one of the big things, is only having a small number of memberships makes it a little bit more luxury high end. But we are seeing more people here and utilizing the club, not going out as much. We're doing more takeout. So it has driven sales and business up for sure. So a lot more people are utilizing it. They feel more safe, and we're able to take care of them.
So ideal, win-win.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Brian, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for watching. Again, this is brought to you by Club and Resort Business, Club and Resort Chef, and the Club and Resort Chef Association. Again, this episode was sponsored by Perennials in Sutherland. If you have a great idea or success story you'd like to see featured on a future episode of The Road Back, contact us at editor@clubandresortbusiness.com.